Let's build a mini pond from POPOSOAP, your water garden in 10 minutes. I've always wanted to create a pond outside, but I didn't know where to start. But after looking at POPOSOAP's website and seeing the beautiful ponds that they create, it inspired me to create my own. You guys know that I have a lot of indoor aquariums, however, I've never created an outdoor space for my fish before. And I think adding this future home for my fish is going to make my outdoor garden more peaceful. Alright, let's jump into the unboxing. This is their 33-gallon plastic pond tub. I chose this tub because it's a decent size, it's beginner friendly, and I need something that can withstand the icy winters that we have here. Now moving on to the solar powered filter pump, I have the 20-watt version, and it's an all-in-one kit, so it does come with the solar panel, you don't need to buy anything separately. The best part is that it comes with filter media, so this actually doubles as a fountain and a filter. So once your pond is finished cycling, you can add fish. I love that this package comes with 4 different fountain nozzles, so you can customize it and choose which setting you like. There's also an adjustable flow knob. Now let's move on to the actual building process. I chose this spot because I wanted it somewhat close to the pavement because we will be lining everything with rocks later. And what we're doing here is outlining the shape of the tub with a shovel. Once we outlined everything, we started digging. And luckily, I had my mom, sister, and brother help me set this up because it is July right now and it's super hot outside. But since we took turns digging, it actually went by pretty fast. The pond tub is about 12 inches high and we didn't want it to be completely flush with the grass. So we dug the hole about 9 or 10 inches deep. This is all up to personal preference. If you want your pond above ground, you can skip this digging part completely. I personally thought that it would integrate into the garden better if it was underground, so that's why we made that choice. This is what it looks like fully placed into the ground. As you can see here, it sits about 2 inches above the dirt. Time to fill it up. We are not using anything fancy, just water straight from the hose. This surprisingly didn't take long to fill at all. For some reason, I thought it was going to be a lot longer. Now that there's water, it is time to add plants. I'm keeping it simple. I'm leaving all of the plants in their original containers with all the dirt and everything. Then I put a small layer of rocks on top just to help the plants sink. I also added some floating plants that I just grabbed from my fish tanks. And if you are curious about all the plant names, they are Amazon frogbit, dwarf water lettuce, redroot floaters, guzmania, pothos, spider plant, and golden globes. Now that all of the plants are added, it is time to move on to the next step. Here we have some landscape liner. We decided to put this landscape liner down because we are going to line the pond with rocks eventually. But if there's no liner, over time, grass and weeds will grow in between the rocks and we don't want that. You can see my mom here making sure that the liner fits properly before we add our final rocks. And here are the rocks. They are called river rocks. We got a whole truckload of them because we'll be using them for other projects as well. Once this wheelbarrow was fully loaded, it became very heavy, so a huge thank you to my brother who brought it over to us and dumped everything. Now all that's left is to place the rocks around. This is what the finished pond looks like, and I think it looks amazing. The filter fountain ties everything together and really brings this pond to life. Not only will it help cycle this pond, but it also adds a great amount of surface agitation. And if you're a fellow fish keeper, you know how important surface agitation is. The water needs to be oxygenated, and this filter fountain does just that. So, you're probably wondering, what kind of fish am I gonna put in here? Since this pond is pretty small, I think I'm gonna go with a nano fish. After doing some research and hearing your guys' suggestions, I think some good options would be rice fish, minnows, guppies, or mosquito fish. I won't be adding them right now because number one, the tank isn't cycled, and number two, it is way too hot here. This entire week has been high 90s and it's been very humid, so I need to wait until it cools down before I can add fish. This pond integrates into the garden very nicely and it creates such a zen feeling. It's so peaceful. I could sit here all day and just watch this pond. This was such a fun, easy project, and I want to say thank you so much to POPOSOAP for allowing me to add this into my garden. If you want to make a mini pond similar to this, just click on the link in my bio, and you can purchase these products either directly from the POPOSOAP website or through my Amazon storefront. I will also drop these two links in the description below.